Alright, I'm going to give this a shot. Just ran through it a few times. The wrist is bugging me a little bit today. I don't know why. There is definitely an element of challenge in keeping all the pull-offs to be evenly spaced and have everything sound good without bending the strings accidentally, and when you're doing all that open string pull-off stuff on the low E string, got to be very careful to not smack the A string as you pull off from the or to the open E string. So it's like, you know, you got to pull off in such a way that your index finger is like it's touching the A string and kind of like muting it as you pull off from the E to the E string. So it's like it's barely touching it. Like when I'm pulling off from the E string, my index finger jumps to the A string to like to rest on it to make sure it doesn't ring out. So that might just be a challenge all on its own. Yeah, let's play it first and then talk about like what I'm thinking of to compartmentalize it. Let's see how well I actually do it, because yeah. Here we go. I think that was it. Okay. Change the setting here real quick. All right. Actually, let me use this instead. There we go. Okay. So, that's the new stuff here. So basically all of this, oh my god, I hate it when it does that. You get it positioned on screen and then you click on it and then bloop, it just changes. So this is, for the most part, actually, well, these three bars is just with using, I'm just thinking of it, that 3-note per string major scale. So that's what I'm thinking of when I'm playing this part. And as I'm sure you've noticed, 2 times the same note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We stuck at that pattern. This next bar, that's where it breaks away from that major scale shape. And then it comes back to it here. So just all that down, just working its way down. I'm just thinking, well, this is the 3-note per string G major scale shape. Still doing the same thing for 2 beats as you move down a string, and then when you get down to the low E string, you maintain the same thing for 2 beats, and then you move it up the E string. And then here, starting on page, what is this, 2? Yes, page 2. Oh my goodness. You couldn't see me yawning, but you sure heard it. So a lot of 4s going here, meaning you play the same thing 4 beats here, and then we begin pulling off to the open E string. So same thing 4 times, 4 times, 4 times, and then on the 4th bar of doing pull-offs to the E string, we go back to the same thing for 2 beats, and then change it up for the next 2 beats. And then we basically repeat everything to here. Same thing repeated. And then change it up for those last 2 beats. And then, let's see, everything from here to here, let me zoom out a little bit. So here to here, everything's done 4 times in a row. Again, that means same thing for all 4 beats here, same thing all 4 beats, same thing all 4 beats, 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 and then down here, same thing for 2 beats, same thing for 2 beats. And the way I'm thinking about this part, I'm just moving down 1 degree in the scale. So basically, like, you can think of it this way, you're not skipping any notes, so you're just pulling off from one note to the next in key, starting with G here, and then you move down to F sharp, down to E, and then back up to F sharp, back up to G, down to F sharp again, and then here we just move that pattern up a string. So we're just taking what's happening here, moving it up a 4th, and then we go up to the next notes in key, up to the next notes in key again. So hopefully there's some little tidbit of advice there on how to look at it that will be helpful. So best of luck to you. Enjoy the school year. And yes, the whole school year, right? What was I going to say? Yes, and then I'll be on the lookout for the midweek updates. So I would say for that, don't worry about playing the Etude number 1 for that. I think you're good to go on doing the once a day thing now. But yeah, let me know if you got questions, and I'll see you in a week.